between your words, I found the end. I listen close to everything you say, but the meaning always seems to fade away. There's a silence I can't understand, a hollow space between your hand and hand. I read the lines you never speak, I see the pain behind your cheek, and every glance that slips away tells me more than words could say. I'm reaching for the truth you hide, trying to feel what you keep inside. Between your words I found the end, the love we had I can't defend. You held my heart but let it break, the silence told me all it takes. Between your words I see the pain, a quiet storm I can't contain. I loved you more than you could show, and it's lost in the space between your words. I know I trace the memories on your face, the moments lost, the empty space. Your eyes, they speak what lips won't say, and leave me haunted every day. I tried to mend what was slipping through, but the truth is you never knew that love can die in subtle ways, in things unsaid in quiet days. I held on tight, tried to believe, but silence screams the truth we can't retrieve. Between your words I found the end, the love we had I can't defend. You held my heart but let it break, the silence told me all it takes. Between your words I see the pain, a quiet storm I can't contain. I loved you more than you could show, and it's lost in the space between your words. I know. Maybe someday I'll hear the truth, or maybe I'll forgive my youth. But tonight I cry in the quiet dark, lost in the space where you left your mark. Between your words I found the end, the love we had I can't defend. I gave my heart, I gave my all, but it fell through the cracks of the wall. Between your words I see the pain, the love we had cannot remain. I loved you more than you could show, and it's gone in the space between your words. I know. In the space between your words, I know it's over. It's over. We had a love that burned so bright, but even flames can fade with the night. Every touch felt like it might stay, but the hours whispered it would slip away. I knew the end before it began, still I reached for your fragile hand. Every laugh, every stolen kiss felt like a lifetime I'd almost almost a miss. I held you close, but the clock was cruel. Every heartbeat a borrowed jewel, borrowed time, borrowed heart. We had it all, but not for long. I loved you fully from the start, even when I knew it wouldn't be long. Borrowed time, borrowed heart. I gave you everything I had, and now I'm learning how to fall apart from the love we shared that was never meant to last. I see your face in every passing light, hear your voice in the quiet night. I try to hold on, but I let it slip. The sand falls fast through my trembling grip. We danced in moments we could never keep, a fragile love, a wound too deep. And though I wish the world was ours, we were just shadows in borrowed hours. I tried to fight, tried to make it stay, but love can't borrow more than a day. Borrowed time, borrowed heart. We had it all, but not for long. I loved you fully from the start, even when I knew it wouldn't be long. Borrowed time, borrowed heart. I gave you everything I had, and now I'm learning how to fall apart from the love we shared that was never meant to last. Maybe someday I'll forgive the past, maybe someday the pain won't last, but tonight I cry in the fading glow of a love I held that I couldn't own. Borrowed time, borrowed heart. We held a world we couldn't keep. Every kiss, every tear, every start now rests in the silence so deep. Borrowed time, borrowed heart. I loved you more than I could show, and though we've drifted apart, I remember the love that was ours, even if borrowed. Borrowed time, borrowed heart. I remember even as it falls apart. The room is empty, but I feel the weight of a love that left, of a cruel fate. I hide the tears behind closed doors, crying in perfect silence. No one knows. Your voice still lingers in the air, a haunting song of what we shared. I smile at strangers, I play my part, but inside I'm falling apart. No one sees the nights I spend awake, the quiet ache, the heartbreak I can't shake. Crying in perfect silence, hiding the pain, concealing the violence of a love that tore me from the start, but left its fingerprints upon my heart. Crying in perfect silence, alone with the echoes of your absence. I wear a mask, I pretend it's fine, but inside I'm breaking line by line. I pass the places we used to go, every corner whispers your shadow. I speak your name to the empty air, hoping somehow you'll still be there. I've tried to heal, I've tried to mend, but some loves haunt until the end. Every heartbeat reminds me why I'm still crying silently inside. And no one knows the weight I of my shattered heart, crying perfect silence. The world moves on while I feel endless. I smile, I laugh, I act like it's okay, but inside I'm breaking every day, crying in perfect silence, alone with all that remains. The walls still echo your laughter here, but it's only shadows that draw near. I walk the rooms we used to know, whispering secrets that no one can hold. Every corner holds a memory, every chair a trace of you and me. And in the quiet I hear the shame of a love that left but still remains. The spaces breathe, they know my pain, they learn my voice, they learn my name. Empty spaces learn my name, they feel the loss, they share the blame. I talk to walls, I talk to air, hoping somehow you're still there. Empty spaces, silent and cold, hold the story that's left untold. I wander through what used to be. Empty spaces are all I see. I touch the places where you used to lie, the bed, the couch, the starlit sky. Your scent lingers like a fading flame, and I'm still calling, but you don't remain. I try to fill the void with light, but darkness knows me every night. The echoes of your love remain in every empty space that learned my name. The rooms remember every fight, every laugh, every whispered night. Empty spaces learn my name, they feel the loss, they share the blame. I talk to walls, I talk to air, hoping somehow you're still there. Empty spaces, silent and cold, hold the story that's left untold. I wander through what used to be. Empty spaces are all I see. Maybe someday these walls will fade, maybe someday I'll be unafraid, but tonight I sit in the quiet and ache with the empty spaces that only break. Empty spaces learn my name, they hold the hurt, they know the pain. I reach for you, but you're not there. Just empty spaces that feel aware. Empty spaces, cold and deep, they keep my love, they keep my grief. And though I long to be set free, empty spaces are still a part of me. Empty spaces learn my name, and I am still here. Healing sounds like this. I woke up to an empty room. The sunlight falls, but it feels like gloom. Your shadow lingers in every place, but I'm learning to live in this space. I pour my coffee, I watch the rain, I trace the edges of soothe my pain. And little by little, day by day, I hear a quiet voice that wants to stay. It's not a shout, it's not a fight, it's the gentle hum of healing light. Healing sounds like this: soft laughter, morning mist, a gentle breeze, a song I play that takes the edge of the hurt away. Healing sounds like this: a whispered hope, a tender kiss. It's the first time I breathe without you and start to learn what life can do. I walk alone, but I don't feel small. I'm finding strength in the quiet hall. I used to cry for what we lost. Now I count the gains, not the cost. I watch the world in softer hues, find comfort in the little truths. The cracks inside me still remain, but in the silence I feel less pain. It's in the rain, it's in the night, it's in the heart that dares to fight. Healing sounds like this: soft laughter, morning mist, a gentle breeze, a song I play that takes the edge of the hurt away. Healing sounds like this: a whispered hope, a tender kiss. It's the first time I breathe without you and start to learn what life can do. I won't forget the love we had, the good, the bad, the happy, the sad, but I will find my voice again, a melody that rises from the pain. Healing sounds like this: the quiet moments I can't miss, a new sunrise, a gentle stream, the way my heart begins to dream. Healing sounds like this: the way I smile, the way I kiss. Life moves on and I can too. Healing sounds like this, and it's true healing sounds like this, and I am learning to live. I loved you in silence. I watched you laugh across the room, hiding my heart, hiding my gloom. I held my feelings deep inside, a quiet storm I could never confide. Every glance, every fleeting smile, I treasured alone, mile by mile. And though my heart was screaming your name, I loved you quietly, without claim. I whispered to the stars above, but no one knew my silent love. I loved you in silence, a secret fire, a quiet defiance. I held you close in my mind alone, even when I was on my own. I loved you in silence, hiding the ache, hiding the violence of a heart that burned too strong to show, and no one ever had to know. I kept my distance, I played it safe, while longing burned in every space. I traced your voice in every song, and wondered if my love was wrong. I dreamed of moments I couldn't claim, of holding you, whispering your name. But fear kept me locked inside, so I loved you softly, without pride. I spoke in echoes no one could hear, every word wrapped in quiet fear. I loved you in silence, a secret fire, a quiet defiance. I held you close in my mind alone, even when I was on my own. I loved you in silence, hiding the ache, hiding the violence of a heart that burned too strong to show, and no one ever had to know. Maybe someday you'll understand the quiet love that held your hand. Though I never told you, never tried, I loved you with all of me inside. I loved you in silence, a hidden song, a secret guidance. I held the world between us tight, even in the darkness of the night. I loved you in silence, and though it ended with no defiance, the memory stays, it won't let go. I loved you in silence, you'll never know. I loved you in silence, and I still love you quietly. I miss who I was with you. I look in the mirror and I barely see the girl I was when you were with me. We laughed like the world would never end. I felt alive with you, my closest friend. Your touch, your smile, your easy grace, the way we dance in our secret place. But love has a way of tearing apart the best of us, the softest heart. I've changed in ways I can't explain, and I miss the girl who loved without pain. I miss who I was with you, the light in my eyes, the joy I knew. I gave you my heart, I gave you my soul, but losing you took the pieces whole. I miss who I was with you, the me that believed in love so true. Now I'm left trying to find my way through the shadow of yesterday. I replay the moments, the laughter, the nights, the dreams we built under city lights. I see the love we thought would stay, but it slipped through fingers just like clay. I'm learning to live in the empty space where your voice and my heartbeat used to race. And though I'm stronger, though I survive, I miss the girl who was alive. I reach for her in every mirror's glare, but she's gone and I'm left bare. I miss who I was with you, the light in my eyes, the joy I knew. I gave you my heart, I gave you my soul, but losing you took the pieces whole. I miss who I was with you, the me that believed in love so true. Now I'm left trying to find my way through the shadow of yesterday. Maybe one day I'll become her again. Maybe someday the pieces will mend. But tonight I sit in the quiet blue, missing the me I was with you. I miss who I was with you, the laughter, the love, the dreams we drew. stumble through the fall. I miss who I was with you, but I'll carry her in everything I do. Through the pain, the tears, the endless fight, I'll find myself again. Keep moving through. I practiced letting go. I packed my heart in quiet pieces, hid the ache that never ceases. I told myself tomorrow I'd be fine, but today your shadow still crosses mine. I walk the streets we used to know, pretending that I could let you go. Every step felt heavy, slow. Every memory refused to let me go. I whispered your name into the night, hoping the stars could make it right. I practiced letting go, but my hands keep holding what I know. I practiced moving on, but every heartbeat says you're not gone. I practiced saying goodbye, but your memory won't let me try. I practiced letting go, yet I'm still drowning in the love I show. I erased your number from my phone, traced the path where I walk alone. I tried to sleep without your face, but dreams betray me, leave your trace. I told my heart to stop the fight, to close the door, turn off the light. But love is stubborn, love is slow, and I'm still learning how to let you go. I rehearsed the words I should have said, but now they linger in my head. I practiced letting go, but my hands keep holding what I know. I practiced moving on, but every heartbeat says you're not gone. I practiced saying goodbye, but your memory won't let me try. I practiced letting go, yet I'm still drowning in the love I show. Maybe someday I'll release the pain, maybe someday I'll breathe again, but tonight I'm trapped in the echo of you. Practicing a goodbye I can't follow through. I practiced letting go, but my heart is stubborn, my tears still flow. I practiced moving on, but every whisper reminds me you're not gone. I practiced saying goodbye, yet your memory won't let me fly. I practiced letting go, and maybe one day I really will. I know I practiced letting go. One day I'll finally let you go. We met in whispers in the quiet rain, a gentle touch that eased my pain. Your smile was soft like morning light. I never knew it could feel this right. We built our world in fragile lines, in stolen moments and borrowed time. Every laugh, every tender word felt like the only sound I ever heard. didn't see the cracks behind your eyes, the way love fades, the way it lies. Soft beginnings, hard endings. We started slow, but it's over too soon. Soft beginnings, broken hearts. I still remember the warmth of you. We dreamed like the world was ours. Now I'm lost in the pieces of the hours. Soft beginnings, fading light. I'm holding on to what slipped out of sight. I trace the echo of your hand in mine, a memory that won't resign. The words we spoke, the promises we made, now float away like a soft cascade. I still remember the gentle start, the tender brush against my heart. But love can fade even at its best, leaving only silence in its rest. I try to keep what we began, but soft beginnings don't always last long. Soft beginnings, hard endings. We started slow, but it's over too soon. Soft beginnings, broken hearts. I still remember the warmth of you. We dreamed like the world was ours. Now I'm lost in the pieces of the hours. Soft beginnings, fading light. I'm holding on to what slipped out of sight. Maybe love is meant to teach, even when it's just out of reach. I remember the gentle start, even if it tore my heart. Soft beginnings, hard endings. We started slow, but it's over too soon. Soft beginnings, fragile hearts. I'll carry the memory of the start. We dreamed like the world was ours, but time let go of our fleeting hours. Soft beginnings, fading light. I'll hold you softly in my night. Soft beginnings, I'll remember softly. The night I didn't call, I held my phone, but I didn't ring. The words I needed got stuck in my skin. I thought you'd understand, I thought you'd stay, but silence stole the words I couldn't say. I saw the hours pass, the clock tick slow, and every second made the heartbreak grow. I let my fear become my chain, and now I'm drowning in the quiet pain. I should have called, I should have tried, but I let the moment quietly die. The night I didn't call, I lost my heart, I lost it all. I let the silence speak for me, and now your love's a memory. The night I didn't call became the night I watched it fall. I held my heart but let you go, and now I'm haunted by the love I know. I replay the choices in my head, the things I said, the things I left unsaid. Your laugh, your voice, your gentle touch, all lost because I feared too much. I tell myself it wasn't fate, but maybe love can't wait. And though I try to mend the space, I still see the hurt upon your face. I should have reached, I should have stayed, but my fear built walls I never swayed. The night I didn't call, I lost my heart, I lost it all. I let the silence speak for me, and now your love's a memory. The night I didn't call became the night I watched it fall. I held my heart but let you go, and now I'm haunted by the love I know. Maybe someday you'll hear my name, maybe someday it won't feel the same, but tonight I lie in my empty bed, haunted by the words I never said. The night I didn't call, I lost my heart, I lost it all. I let the silence speak for me, and now your love's a memory. The night I didn't call became the night I watched it fall. I held my heart but let you go, and now I'm haunted by the love I know. The night I didn't call, I lost you forever. You love me like a maybe. I gave you all I had to give, believed in us, in the way we lived. But your touch was fleeting, your heart unsure, and the love I craved never felt secure. You said the words, but they weren't true. Every I love you came in shades of blue. I reached for more, but you held me light, and I woke alone in the middle of the night. I thought our love could be forever, but your heart was tied and loose on certain tether. You loved me like a maybe, like a whisper fading in the night. I gave my all, but it wasn't enough. You held me close, then let me out of sight. You loved me like a maybe, like a shadow passing by. I kept hoping, I kept believing, but I was just a maybe in your eyes. I counted the moments when you were near, the smiles, the touches, the things unclear. I try to hold on, try to understand, but your love slipped like water through my hands. I cried in silence, I begged my soul to make sense of a heart you couldn't hold. And though I loved you more than I could say, you left me wondering if I was okay. I dreamed of us in perfect form, but your maybe love became the storm. You love me like a maybe, like a whisper fading in the night. I gave my all, but it wasn't enough. You held me close, then let me out of sight. You love me like a maybe, like a shadow passing by. Stood at your door in the pouring rain, hoping you'd call my name. I left my heart where you could see, but you didn't even reach for me. I whispered love into the air, but it disappeared like you weren't there. All the words I longed to say faded when you walked away. I tried to read the signs, tried to feel your hand, but silence was all I could understand. You never asked me to stay. You let me go without a word to say. I gave my all, I gave my heart, but you tore it out and kept your part. You never asked me to stay, just let the love slip quietly away. And now I'm left with the ache and the pain, because you never asked me to stay. I remember the nights we shared, the way you looked, the way you cared. But care can fade like morning mist, and love can vanish with one twist. I replay every moment, every fight, every smile, every sleepless night. And I wonder if you ever knew how much I was dying to stay with you. I try to hold on, try to make you see, but some hearts leave silently. You never asked me to stay. You let me go without a word to say. I gave my all, I gave my heart, but you tore it out and kept your part. You never asked me to stay, just let the love slip quietly away. And now I'm left with the ache and the pain, because you never asked me to stay. Maybe someday I'll forgive the past, maybe someday the pain won't last. But tonight I'm trapped in the quiet of your name, haunted by the love you let fade. You never asked me to stay. You let the love we had just drift away. I gave my all, I gave my heart, but you let it go, tearing us apart. You never asked me to stay, and I remember the words I couldn't say. Even if the nights won't let me sleep, I loved you more than you could keep. You never asked me